Hello, my name is Lakanya. Thank you for joining this Yin Yoga class. Now, Yin Yoga is slow paced. It focuses on stretching. All of the poses are seated and grounded, and the poses are held a bit longer. So it's really about getting into the deeper tissues and stretching those muscles. Come join me on the mat. Let's start seated. Legs out in front of you. Lift your arms. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Again, up. Inhale. Exhale. Lean forward. This time, let's keep our back as straight as we can. Lift up. Exhale. Good job, yogis. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. You can bring them as close or as far as you need to. This is your practice. Hold your toes and kind of wiggle here. This is called butterfly. Maybe stretch your legs and your knees by flapping them like a butterfly. Back straight. Bring them closer or further, whichever you need. Inhale. Exhale. Take your time, enjoy that stretch. Inhale. Exhale. And release that. Feet to the ground, knees up. Scoot a little bit if you need to toward one edge of your mat. And we're going to go into boat pose here. So stretch out your arms, stretch out your legs, but keep your knees bent. Slowly extend, but don't get all the way down to the ground. We're going to come back up. You'll feel some shaking there. That's okay. Embrace that. And slowly rise back up. Knees continue to stay bent. Let's try that again. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Good job, yogis. Now let's sit in an easy seat. Indian style. Lotus pose, whichever one's comfortable for you. Raise your right hand. Place it in front of you. And take your left hand behind you for a nice twist. Let's hold it there. And release. Same thing on the other side. Lift your left arm. Place it in front of you. Take your left arm back behind you. And twist. And release. Now, in this seated position, you can roll onto your knees into tabletop. Tabletop, we want to have a flat back, your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. To go into cat and cow pose here, you want to lift your tailbone, drop your stomach, look up for cow, pull your navel to your spine and roll your back. Curve your back for cow pose. So let's try. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now this time when we exhale, we're going to go into child's pose. So inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. And slowly come down to child pose. Resting your bottom on your heels. Stretching your arms forward. Now here for variation, you can widen your knees to get a deeper stretch, or you can bring them in closer. Remember, this is your practice. Stretching your arms forward, place your fingers on their tips to get a good stretch in your forearms and shoulders, and release. One more time, lift up and release. One more time. And release your arms behind you. Clasp your hands together and slowly raise your arms. And release. One more time, lift up. And release. Everything in threes. One more time, lift up. And release. Arms back in front of you. Slowly rise onto your heels. Bringing your knees together. Sitting on your heels for hero pose. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your shoulders. Wiggle them a bit. Inhale. Exhale. This time, let's lift our arms with our inhales. Inhale. Sweep them up. Exhale. Swan dive them down. Lean forward. Now, if this is uncomfortable on your heels, please feel free to widen your knees or widen your feet. Slowly rise up. Let's go for another twist here. Take your right arm onto your left thigh and twist towards the back. Left arm behind you. Sort of like we did earlier. You should feel that in your hips, in your back, in your neck, and release. Same thing on the other side. Lift your left arm, place it on your right thigh, and twist to the back. And release. Good job, yogis. Roll those shoulders slowly. Remember, Yin Yoga is slow pace. Nothing going fast here. Nothing rush. This is a great way to wind down after a long week. Or a good wind down before bed. Yin Yoga is about slow stretching, flexing, grounding. Speaking of grounding, let's go into puppy pose. Stretch forward, bottoms up, head down. Find your breath. Meet me in tabletop, flat back, legs spread, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Lift your right arm, and we're going to thread the needle through and under your left arm. Bringing your right shoulder to the ground. Enjoy that stretch. And release by lifting that right arm back up to the sky. Hands on the mat. Same thing on the other side. Lift your left arm. Look up. Let's thread the needle through your right and under your right arm. Placing your left shoulder on the mat. Enjoy the stretch. And release by lifting your left arm up to the sky and down to the mat. Meet me in child's pose. Knees spread, bottom on heels, head down to the mat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Place one foot on top of the other. Let's sit down on our bottom. Legs stretched out in front of you. Let's slide to the middle of our mat. And slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly come down, laying on the mat. Soul to soul, hands resting on your thighs. Nice stretch in your thighs and hamstrings. Bring your feet to the mat. Lift your knees to your chest and give yourself a hug. You can rock side to side to give your back a really good massage. Then place your hands on your knees and circle. Then go counterclockwise. Good job, yogis. Release your feet back to the mat. Taking your right arm, right hand, grab your left thigh and pull your knees down for a supine twist. Extend your left arm. Find your breath. And release. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left arm. Grab your right thigh, pull it down, extend your right arm, and look toward your right for a supine twist. And you might feel it in your neck, in your back, in your hips, in your thighs. Very good stretch. And release. Again, to balance everything out, pull your knees to your chest and release your feet back to the mat. If it's in your practice, point your feet up, flex those feet, rotate your ankles, slowly bring them down and grab your big toes for happy baby pose. Holding your toe, stretch your legs straight. Back to happy baby pose and release your hands from your feet, bringing your feet back down to the mat. Slowly slide your legs back out straight, hands on the mat, palms facing up. We'll end in Savasana, which is constructive rest. This is time for you to enjoy rest. Resting is so important. Napping is so important. Sleeping is so important to restore your body. So let's take a few moments here in this restful, constructive place. You can close your eyes, or you can slowly deepen your gaze. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, peace. Exhale, anxiety. Inhale, joy. Exhale, evil. Inhale, love. Exhale, hate. Find your light. And if you can't find your light, then you be your own light. When you're ready, if you're ready, slowly turn to either side of your mat in the fetal position on your side. And then slowly push yourself up to a seated position. Easy pose, lotus pose. And find a comfortable spot. You can rock and circle to loosen. And rock the other way. Bringing your hands to your knees, open, available to light, to love, to joy, and to peace. Thank you for taking time for yourself today. Namaste.